Hello everyone, this is Raptor coming back at you again. And I know in my previous video today I was going to start my next video as the beginning of my series on my third gate for the Disneyland Resort, but I kind of want to take a detour to an idea that I have that involves both Disneyland and Disney Realm. And that is the Keyblade Warrior interactive experience. Do I have your attention now? So basically, the structure of this experience is pretty much akin to the Harry Potter experience over at Wizarding World and Universal with the whole interactive wand stuff. So the main thing that I want to have in both parks is that every attraction, or as many attractions as possible, would have a ticket booth. Kind of like the old days of Disneyland where each ride had a ticket booth and then you would come in paying $1 to get into the park, and then you have a book of tickets and then you just have to rip off a ticket from the book and you go and you get admitted to each ride. And that's where the whole A, B, C, D, and E ticket came from for Disneyland, where E ticket is like the highest value ticket. So in that spirit, I want to have Disney Realm to have the same layout in that each attraction would also have their own ticket booth as well. I'm not sure how to do that for Ancient World because basically there's only one attraction in Ancient World, and that is the Flight of the Gargoyles. But for every other attraction, they will have ticket booths. And in those ticket booths, they're not going to be functional ticket booths like the ones at Disneyland. Those are not functional anymore, but some of the attractions still have their ticket booths. And I want to repurpose them for this Keyblade Warrior interactive experience. So basically, what happens is you go to Disney Realm, that's where the experience starts. And then you would go to the Kingdom Hearts gift shop, where you get a choice between two Keyblades, the Kingdom Key and Dark Side. That's the golden Keyblade that Mickey has. And from those two, you pick one, and then you register a Keyblade Warrior interactive experience account, which would be on the Disney website, ideally. And then it would just connect to the Disney Play app somehow. And what you do is that you get a Keyblade. Each Keyblade will have a registered chip in it, and the chip will be registered to your account. So you take the Keyblade, it will be obviously life-size, which is going to be pretty insane if we have a bunch of guests coming in with life-size Keyblades running around going to all the interactive experiences. So you would take your Keyblade, it'll have a special chip, RFID, or whatever remote technology it would have in there, and you would go to each of these ticket booths, and the ticket booths will have a special LED screen, and either you would do these mini games, or there will be sort of like the raid system in Pokemon Go, where all of a sudden you'll get a notification on your DizParks Play app, and it'll be saying, oh, there's a Heartless attack in so-and-so land. Your goal is to go over there, hunt down the ticket booth that has the Heartless battle, and you register your Keyblade with the flick in front of the ticket booth. I don't know what kind of technology. I'm sure it'll be similar to the Magic Bands at Walt Disney World, like that kind of remote mobile technology. So you register your Keyblade and you take part in the battle, and then any kind of damage you deal, you get EXP, and then that EXP will help level your Keyblade Warrior profile on your interactive experience account. The genius thing with this that's going to separate it from the Harry Potter wand experience is that you can interchange your Keyblade as long as you have it registered to your account. So if you want, you can have the Oblivion Keyblade or any other Keyblade, just buy it, register it to your account, and any kind of actions you do with that particular Keyblade, as long as it's registered to your Disney account, you'll still get the EXP regardless of which Keyblade you use. So that's the kind of interchangeability that's not really present with the current Wizarding World experience with the wand. So that's something different. And then, of course, you only have the two options, Kingdom Key and Dark Side, but throughout the year and maybe seasonally, Disney could offer different Keyblades, like the Night Before Christmas Keyblades, maybe that the Pumpkinhead one could be available during Halloween, obviously, and then that other one in Kingdom Hearts 2, it was like this candy cane looking Keyblade that could be available during Christmas, and then Oblivion and Oathkeeper can be available during like summer events or whatever. And of course, there'll be limited time, so players would be encouraged to come into the parks or to purchase the Keyblade and register it to their account, and they'll be interchangeable with their account. I mean, obviously, anyone who's just a casual player would just be happy with the Kingdom Key because, like, it's a life-size Keyblade. I would assume that they would make it durable enough, so like, if there's kids like using it as cosplay weapons, it would handle that kind of damage. But then again, I don't think the interactive wands at Harry Potter are that durable. I mean, they're not flimsy for sure, but if you were to sit on it, I'm pretty sure it would snap. The technology really comes first when it comes to the Keyblade, so I would assume the Keyblade won't be flimsy, but it's not going to be completely durable either. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're a cosplayer looking to get a Keyblade, I don't think you're going to want to use this to whack anyone upside the head. This is something purely for you to take to the park and do the interactive Keyblade experience. That's pretty much the main thing that I want between Disneyland and Disney Realm, just to have them repurpose their old ticket booths to be something more interesting. And of course the ticket booths will be redesigned a little bit, so it'll have like a keyhole to indicate to people, hey, this is a Keyblade interactive experience. Maybe you should like poke around with this, see what happens. And of course there's going to be some ticket booths that won't have a screen, but you can try to activate some sort of action with it. Like maybe over in Adventureland, you can have a ticket booth that makes a bird like talk or something. Or maybe over in Frontierland, you can activate a ticket booth there to make a water feature appear. Maybe near the Pocahontas area, have like Miko pop up from behind a bush or something. Over in Toontown, man, you already got all the interactive set pieces there as well, and if you just throw in the Keyblade interactive experience there, that's going to be a lot more interactive in that regard. And then over at Fantasyland with the Fantasy Village with the princesses, I kind of thought back on it and I realized that this is pretty much the Walt Disney World Fantasyland expansion, but abridged, because I was looking over at the Walt Disney World Princess Fantasy expansion, and I realized they also have Belle's Village and the other princesses' little village and more of their down-to-earth settings as well. So silly me to think that it was just castles, because that was something that they emphasized in the presentation of the Fantasyland expansion over there. It was like, oh, you get to go through their castles and everything, and I thought, oh, so it's just going to reflect the royal side, but no, you can actually visit their village. So this would be even a better addition to Fantasyland if we were going to replace Toontown with that princess area, and then Toontown moves over to where Star Wars Land currently is. That aside, going on a tangent. So yeah, this is my idea for both parks in bringing more of a, I guess you could say, replay value in coming back. This is perfect for the annual pass holders. It gives them more bang for their buck. Maybe they can have a discount on the Keyblades while everyone else has to pay full price for the Keyblades. I'm not sure about the price point, considering these are going to be a lot bigger than the Wizarding World wands, because those are, I think those are about $50 per wand, whereas these are going to be like 500% bigger, so the price point's going to be a bit higher just to reflect sheer size. And of course it's going to utilize the Magic Band technology where you're going to do stuff with the ticket booths, all that neat stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the main goal of my whole reboot for Disneyland and Disney Realm. It's just have this really cool interactive experience for Kingdom Hearts fans, because I feel like having a section or a land dedicated to Kingdom Hearts just really isn't enough. Kingdom Hearts is more than just the setting of the world. It's a basic function of the Keyblade itself. You're going to all these different worlds, fighting the Heartless and the bad guys and locking the hearts to each world. So I wanted to bring that experience to the parks, because I feel like that's a much better way to introduce people to the culture of Kingdom Hearts rather than just having built a land. Because honestly, when you think of Kingdom Hearts, you don't really think of Traverse Town or Twilight Town or all those other original lands that they have for the games. You think of the Keyblade and what you do with it and traveling around to the different worlds to help out the Disney characters. And of course, you're going to have help from the Final Fantasy characters too. I would like to have the Final Fantasy characters be integrated to the parks as well, in a similar manner, but I think they probably have theme park rights over at Universal rather than Disney, so lost opportunity. It'd be really cool to see the Kingdom Hearts version of the Final Fantasy characters be walking around to these areas, and then you get to join Sora, Riku, and Kairi on their adventure going between both parks and with the Keyblade and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. For sure, the next video will go into my third gate and all that entails, but this is just an intermission episode between these two parks and my third gate. So I hope you like what I've come up with. If you want to support my future endeavors here, feel free to toss me $1 over at Patreon, Ko-fi, or Subscribestar. Links will be in the description, and that's pretty much it. Until the next video, this is Zero Raptor signing off. Laters.